English Writing Proficiency Exam. In this workshop, we're going to cover 6 major sections. Number 1, what is the EWP? Number 2, the EWP dates. Number 3, EWP workshops. Number 4, other resources. Number 5, tips. And number 6, creating an outline. First, let's talk about what the EWP is. The EWP is a written test to demonstrate your ability to write a well-organized and well-developed essay, a test to demonstrate clear understanding of the assigned question, and it is designed to assess basic writing. Graduate level writing is not expected. In accordance with California State University Fullerton's University Policy Statement, every student working towards a master's degree shall be required to demonstrate writing ability commensurate with the department or program responsible for the student's academic work. This requirement may be met in any of the following 5 ways. Each department selects the method or methods by which their graduate students demonstrate writing ability. Such choice is subject to confirmation by the Office of Graduate Studies. Most master's degree programs have chosen the EWP exam to meet the Chancellor's Office writing requirement. So, in accordance with the University Policy Statement, many departments, such as the College of Engineering and Computer Science, choose for students to demonstrate their writing proficiency through the English Writing Proficiency. Many students wonder what the EWP format consists of. First, it's timed to about 90 minutes. Essay length, on average, is expected to be 2.5 pages. This essay must follow the 5-paragraph format. Paragraph 1 should address the introduction. Paragraphs 2, 3, and 4 should address the body of the essay, with paragraph 5 addressing an adequate conclusion. These topics will be covered in further detail in the next workshops. There are 2 types of essays that students will be expected to respond to. The first type of essay requires the student to take a position on something. For example, should California State University Fullerton continue to require general education courses? The student is expected to argue their position. The second type of essay is to explain something. For example, what 3 things would you save if you had to evacuate your home? Overall, the essays must have a controlling idea, and they need to have support as to why these things are important to take. The essay will be evaluated through many ways. It will be evaluated through organization, development, appropriate word choice, grammar, punctuation, spelling, and logic. Things to look for in your organization. Are there 5 paragraphs in your essay? Do you have a well-developed thesis? And does every body paragraph include a clear and strong topic sentence to which evidence will support? Next, the development. Do you have good transitions between paragraphs? Do you have a conclusion at the end of each paragraph? Are there logical connections between the pieces of evidence used to support each topic sentence? For appropriate choice, are homophones an issue? Do you confuse to the preposition with to the intensifier and the number 2? This could be confusing for many students, and often they include the wrong word. Is your word choice informal? Do you use a lot of contractions or colloquial language? Do you use a lot of contractions? For grammar, at this stage, graders are looking for a greater command of English grammar. So, coordinating conjunctions must be present to connect thoughts. These essays must be free of run-on sentences, and dependent sentences should be incorporated to show a break from repetitive, simple sentence patterns. For punctuation, are there periods at the end of each sentence? Are commas used correctly? For example, joining two independent clauses with a coordinating conjunction, or to list items in a series. Are semicolons used correctly? Those are common issues that many students have trouble with. For spelling, are difficult words misspelled? These could include words like separate, recommend, responsible, which are often misspelled by many students. Now the last section, logic. Is your essay well argued? Are the points well supported? And is there a central idea to which everything connects to? These are criteria that essay graders will surely consider. Overall, in order to receive the best grade possible, your essay should be well organized and well developed. It should demonstrate a clear understanding of the assignment. That means answering the prompt questions. It should exhibit your ability to use language effectively to construct sentences of appropriate complexity and variety. At this stage, simple sentences simply won't cut it. It should have specific information to illustrate a described experience or support a proposed argument. Body paragraphs should have sufficient evidence to support topic sentences. And all tasks should be completed. That means answering every portion of the prompt. Every semester, the EWP dates do change. So, for the most accurate dates, please visit the University Testing Center website at www.fullerton.edu/testing. The EWP workshops are a three-part series of workshops that cover different topics. The first workshop covers an overview of the EWP and presents the students with skills to outline an essay. The second workshop teaches the students how to write an introduction paragraph and a body paragraph. The last workshop shows students how to write a conclusion paragraph and how to edit. Overall, the workshops are intended to provide students with a basis on which to become better writers. However, this may not sufficiently solve all the problems that students may experience while writing an essay. For those reasons, California State University Fullerton provides many resources so that students can improve their writing skills. First and foremost, California State University Fullerton offers students the Graduate Success Center, which is located in the Pollock Library South, room 365. You can set appointments with a graduate learning specialist following the steps listed in section. In addition, there are other books that students can consult with regard to their grammar, and there are online sources that are very popular ways to improve on their English grammar and writing skills, which are also mentioned on this slide. Often, there are many things that students can do to prepare for writing an essay. Some of the common errors are good to know ahead of time in order to avoid them. The following slides will describe many of the errors that students often make when writing an essay. The first tip in writing an essay is to allocate time properly. So, when you are presented with a prompt, you should make sure that you follow a certain process by which you write the essay. Your first step should be to outline your essay before you write it. In this process, you only spend about 5 to 7 minutes. And when you write an outline, you don't write long sentences. You're simply writing keywords or short phrases that you're going to use to complete more detailed sentences. After you complete your outline, the next step should be to begin your essay. So remember that this essay should be at least 5 paragraphs long. Now, you should spend about 60 to 70 minutes of your time writing this essay. Make sure to include an introduction paragraph, 3 body paragraphs, and a conclusion paragraph. The last step is to make sure that you leave enough time to edit your essay. You want to leave yourself at least about 15 minutes to correct any errors that you may have written. Aside from time allocation, many students have certain problems with grammatical concepts. The most common error that students make is to commit run-on sentences or comma splice. First, let's look at run-on sentences. A run-on sentence is committed when 2 sentences are joined without any punctuation or a conjunction between them. So, in our first example, we have an incorrect sentence that commits a run-on. This sentence is, he is always boasting, no one seems to mind. You can correct this in many ways. The first recommendation is to first use a punctuation to turn these into 2 separate clauses. So, he is always boasting, no one seems to mind. Or, you can use a semicolon to offset these two. He is always boasting, semicolon, no one seems to mind. A period or semicolon after boasting correctly marks the sentence boundary. The second error students commonly make is committing a comma splice. This is when 2 independent sentences are only joined by a comma but no conjunction. So an incorrect way to write this sentence is, he is always boasting, comma, no one seems to mind. One way that you can correct this is by adding a coordinator. So the correct sentence would be, he is always boasting, comma, but no one seems to mind. You can also correct it by using a conjunctive adverb. He is always boasting, semicolon, however, no one seems to mind. A third and more complicated way to correct this sentence is by using a subordinator. Although he is always boasting, comma, no one seems to mind. As we can see, we have many options to prevent using run-on sentences. So the student has many ways to prevent this grammatical error. Further errors that students often make are preposition use. Prepositions are often reliable signals that a noun or a noun phrase are coming. Prepositions add information that are provided by adverbs such as the place, the time, the manner, and such. Please review the following slide to see some common examples of prepositions and the nouns they follow. On this slide, although we don't have an exhaustive list of prepositions and the common nouns or noun phrases that they precede, these are some common ones that students can take into consideration and possibly use. This includes prepositions of direction, time, location, space, relationship, and quantity. Homophones are also problematic for many students. These are words that have the same sound or pronunciation but have different meanings and usually different spellings. Common homophones are there, and there. Some are contractions, some are possessives, and some refer to locations. So these words are not technically misspelled, but they are contextually misspelled. Improper article usage is also problematic for many students, especially those that come from a different language background. Some common rules that will help you to avoid committing improper article usage are as follows. Common nouns, for example, pebble, table, idea, or boy, can appear following articles a, an, or the. Proper nouns, however, like the names of cities, countries, or people or companies, cannot appear following articles. So you cannot say the New York, the Hungary, the James Joyce. These do not have the articles. Other errors that are often committed by students are improper collocations. These are words that combine together with others. So, to avoid improper collocation use, this requires some knowledge of English, and with some cases, ESL students from different language backgrounds may not combine certain words correctly. For example, we could not say a golden chance, but we can say a golden opportunity.
Another thing that students should be mindful of are the use of idioms. Idioms are simply groups of words that have a meaning that can't be established by analyzing each individual word. One thing to keep in mind is that some idioms can change while others are not allowed to change. So, unless the student knows how this idiom can change under different circumstances, it's highly recommended that they avoid idioms.
In the last portion of this workshop, students will be given a chance to practice outlining an essay. Remember, these are opportunities to write the backbone of your essay. You should not spend more than 5 to 7 minutes, and you should only write down keywords or phrases, not long, complete sentences. If you were presented with the prompt, why have Southern Californians chosen to favor the use of individual automobiles instead of mass transportation? What do you think would make Southern Californians change their minds? How would you begin this outlining? Make sure you use the handouts provided as supplemental material to help you with this outlining. Remember to spend no more than 5 to 7 minutes on this task. We hope you enjoyed attending the EWP workshop. Please keep in mind that 2 additional workshops will be coming up, and they will include writing an introduction paragraph and body paragraphs, and writing a conclusion paragraph and editing. Together, we feel that these 3 workshops will help you to work on your essays and provide you with a basis to successfully pass the EWP. Thank you very much for attending.